Hey, thanks for tuning in to Twang and Bang. That was 10 shots out of this Savage Mark II FVSR, showing a bit of the accuracy potential this has, because that was using CCI standard velocity, wasn't even match ammo, and that was at 30 yards. It wasn't such a bad 10-shot group. But when you have a rifle that can shoot like this FVSR, you want to make sure that you're giving it a scope that allows it to live up to its potential. And for me, that means magnification, but most of all, that means adjustable parallax. The Mueller APV is exactly the solution that I was looking for. It has a tremendous reputation in the rimfire world because of its quality glass and its other features. And that's why the Mueller APV is coming up next on Twang and Bang. At nearly 14 inches long, the Mueller APV might be considered large for a 22 scope, but you need to have that length in order to get the adjustable objective. It weighs a reasonable 17.5 ounces, which cuts down on how bulky it feels on the rifle. The tube is 1 inch in diameter, and its length gives you a lot of flexibility with eye relief. The objective accepts optional screw and sunshades, and the turret caps are sealed with rubber washers. The eyepiece has a traditional focus with a lock ring to ensure good bolt clearance. The APV is finished with a satin black, which isn't too shiny, but it's not a full matte black either. Though I haven't exactly abused this scope, the finish seems to have held up well to getting in and out of the safe and cases. Mueller warrants the APV up to 300 Winchester Magnum for life, and they've got an excellent customer service record. Windage and elevation are fingertip adjustable with audible clicks for each setting. Each click is a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. Though I've noticed a little bit of play around each click in the adjustments, it's not anything that I've ever noticed at the target. My zero has held for about 7 months now in this rifle. The objective is focusable from 10 yards all the way to infinity. And what this does is it takes your crosshairs and puts them in the same focal plane as the target. Once this is done, parallax at the adjusted range is 0, which means that where those crosshairs are is where the bullet is going to go regardless of how you have your head behind the scope. Magnification is adjustable from 4.5 power all the way to 14 power. This range is a good balance of field of view for hunting and magnification for precision shooting. One of the first things that you'll notice when you throw the scope up to your eye is how clear the glass is. It's very impressive for a scope that costs only $130. But with that price comes a liability as well. The scope is extremely unforgiving in the eye box. Though it has a good eye relief, your eye has to be right in line with the axis of the sight in order to get any picture whatsoever. This isn't a problem when you're target shooting because you got all the time in the world to find that sight axis, or you probably have a better stock than this on this FVSR here and you've got a really good cheek weld, and so it just naturally happens. But if you have a hunting rifle and you're in a situation where a live game just pops up and you throw that rifle up, most people want a little bit more forgiveness in the eye box than this scope affords. So it's something you need to consider before throwing a scope like this on a hunting rifle. I think this is pretty incredible for $130. You're not going to expect Schmidt & Bender quality at $130, but it doesn't make sense for me to get a Schmidt & Bender for a rifle like this. I'm shooting it in my backyard. I may take it small game hunting. I'll be shooting it at the range, but I'm not using this to compete in the Olympics. So $130 is a totally reasonable budget to spend on an optic for a rifle that I'm going to be using like this. And the Mueller APV gives you a lot of bang for that buck. I don't know of any better match in features for what I was looking for this rifle. It has really earned its reputation in the rimfire community. You can use it on more powerful rifles if you want to, but I think it clearly has a home on a lot of 22s out there. If you want to learn more about the Mueller APV, be sure to click the link in the video description below. If you like this video, please take the time to log into YouTube and click the like button. Now more than ever, YouTube needs to know that you like firearms-oriented programming. And be sure to click up here to subscribe so you can catch my next videos on bows, guns, and other cool stuff. I really appreciate you watching Twang and Bang, and I hope to see you next time.